Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hood, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host on, and welcome back to the Baseball Hood. Hopefully you like this video and smash that subscribe button. So I'm going to talk about again Juan Soto. I guess you got some bit of an update for you. The update really is that according to an insider, MLB Insider called Hector Gomez, he said he would be, and I'm paraphrasing, he would be very surprised if he wasn't with the New York Mets. And this is very early on in the stages, but from what I understand as well, the Mets are being very aggressive with Juan Soto, letting it be known that they're very interested in him. And that's good news, obviously. I mean, he's the best free agent out there. He's one of the best hitters in the game. And there's nothing that he can't really do other than he's not a very good defensive outfielder. It's the only thing that would be different from this standpoint with Dave Stern's club is that he likes these defensive players on his team. So this is it's an interesting development. I got also a story here from Tuesday from MLB.com. We'll get into that. But quote is, the title of this article is it a two-horse race for Juan Soto? Executives think so. No. Okay, we know what one team is. What was the other one? Well, it's funny you should mention that. New York Yankees are the other team. And as you know, they made that big trade last year. They were sort of somewhat all in, but not all the way in. They weren't all the way in. They were partially in. They could have made moves at the trade deadline. They could have improved first base for themselves. They could have done a whole slew of things. They really put them over the top and try to find a way to beat the Dodgers, but they just didn't do enough. Oh well. But that really, quite frankly, those are the two teams vying for Soto's services now and in the future. And the money that's being discussed and being bandied about was a little light on my regard. I figured he'd get a $500 million contract, but we're hearing $600 million, 14, 15 years for $600 million. Crazy. Somebody wrote to me and said to me, you think he's worth it? I was like, no, but that's the market. I would mention, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I cannot read comments. So other than that, I can't write to you on a video. I can write to you in my app, but the comments aren't showing up on the videos, not any videos. So it's not me. It must be something some glitch with YouTube. But just to let you know, I am reading your comments. I'm getting it through the app, but I'm not getting it through just regular YouTube videos. But we have Juan Soto in this situation. He's the biggest player to come down free agent market in quite a while. He's young. The last guy that was this young was Bryce Harper. I saw numbers comparing the two of them, and he actually has better numbers than Bryce Harper when they both became free agents at the same age. So and that is very interesting. Interesting. And as you know, we got the general managers meetings, and it was very quiet meetings. The only thing that really happened the last few days is that Kyle Hendricks signed a contract with the Angels, signed a 1-year deal with them. Oh boy, that's a barn burner for the Angels, I'll tell you that. And no more nondescript pitchers than Kyle Hendricks. If he has his head, where it needs to be, he can win games. But anyway, this is from MLB.com. Again, Juan Soto's free agency saga is just beginning, but according to executives at the general managers meetings, it's likely to be a race made for Frank Sinatra. Reference New York. The Yankees and Mets are expected to engage in a bidding war for the superstar slugger, while other teams such as the Phillies, Dodgers, Giants, and Nationals may dip their respective toes in the pool. The wide-ranging belief within the industry is that Soto will wind up in New York when all is said and done. The only question is whether he'll be calling Queens or the Bronx home. Quote, it's the Yankees or the Mets, one American executive said when asked to handicap the Soto sweepstakes. He knows the Yankees well after spending a year there, and Steve Cohen has enough money to give him whatever he wants if he decides he wants him badly enough. It's tough for me to see Soto winding up anywhere else. Word is that Soto prefers to stay on the East Coast, which would be an obstacle for the Dodgers or any other West Coast club. The Phillies will likely take a shot at the 4-time All-Star, source said, hoping the presence of former Nationals teammates Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and Kyle Schwarber, as well as hitting coach Kevin Long, could work to their advantage. But Soto had a taste of New York in 24, helping the Yankees advance to the World Series in his first and only season in pinstripes. I would mention the Yankees would not have gone to the World Series if it wasn't for him hitting that big home run in Game 5 against the dreary and boring Guardians. Does Soto want to continue hitting in front of Aaron Judge, or does he want the most money? So an AL executive who predicted Soto would stay with the Yankees. Unless the Mets absolutely blow the Yankees offer out of the water, why would he leave the Yankees? Well, we'll see. Yankees general manager Brian Cashman spoke with Scott Boras on Monday, telling the agent that the Yankees are ready to meet with Soto as many times as he wants to if he feels such meetings are necessary. Given Soto's experience with the Yankees, there wouldn't appear to be a need for the club to make its pitch to Soto, making the financial offer the biggest factor in those talks. He knows how we feel, Cashman said. After the season, I had a chance to thank him for everything and told him we'd be in touch. Since that time, I've talked to Scott as well. He'll get a feel for the dance steps that Juan Soto wants, and he'll keep us in the loop. Cashman was asked whether Cohen's financial wherewithal makes him nervous about the possibility of losing Soto to the Yankees' crosstown rivals. But the GM knows that the Mets aren't the only competition. No, they're the competition. This guy is delusional, and he's lying to you, saying that they aren't. Let me read you what he says. It's hard to say. They want to win. They're in a large market with us. At a taste of success this year, and they want to move the needle even more further. The best way to do that is to import quality players to do what you already have. That's what they, and anybody interested in winning and being the last team standing, that's what it's all about now. Again, Mets have that money, and what's interesting, folks, what's interesting about this whole situation is that prior to this past season, the Mets did not have the sort of example to give Soto. If Soto had been a free agent last year and played with the Yankees last year, the Mets would have a very difficult time trying to convince him that the Mets were all in again. Because they didn't sign anybody big last year. But this year, because the Mets were 2 games from the World Series, 2 wins from the World Series, they can go to one and say, look, we needed some more elite hitters on this club. We're going to get better pitching. We feel that the next group, this next team has a real good shot to get to the World Series. And we feel that you came here, you could put us over the top. That is something else. And also we know that the Mets were a very exciting team. They were the most exciting team in baseball going into postseason. They had so many great comebacks, so many great wins, so many great games that they played. That they are in a very attractive position for any free agent. 2 of the 4 years that Steve Cohen has owned the team, they've gone to postseason. They're about 35 games over 500 since he took over the club. The club went to postseason when it wasn't expected. They look like a team that has players that are having a lot of fun. The Mets have one of the best leaders and probably one of the best clutch hitters in the game now in Francisco Lindor. I can't tell you how important that is, that you have a big player that not only is a big player, but he has big hits. I'm so happy for him and so glad I don't have to talk about it anymore, but he is a very important player that will help recruit good players like Soto. Because Soto will be able to come in here. He won't have to be the sort of leader here so much. He wasn't really a leader with the Yankees because horseface. I mean, Aaron Judge has been there. But the one thing that Lindor has, that Aaron Judge doesn't have in his back pocket, folks, is that he's a big-time postseason performer in New York. Aaron Judge has not shown that. And he had just a terrible, absolutely terrible time in postseason this year. That's Aaron Judge. Francisco Lindor did not have that problem. So Soto comes over here, the Mets can sort of convince him, it's like, look, we have all this stuff going on that I think you'd be very interested in. Let's talk about it further. But I think the Mets have a good shot. And as I said to start this video, Hector Gomez said the Mets are the favorites. I don't know if that's true, but it's great to talk about. And again, I'll have more videos on Juan Soto. I'll have plenty of videos on Pete Alonso. Plenty of videos on all these free agents that are up for grabs. And the Mets are talking to everybody, and they're being very aggressive with these free agents. So that is something that you need to keep this. You need to hit that subscribe button for this channel. We talk about everything here. There isn't anything about the Mets I don't talk about. Every trade, proposal, every rumors out there, I will find it. I want to thank you for coming by. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, the best Mets fans podcast on the internet, and the best Mets fans YouTube channel on this platform. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.